Welcome to Bangkok. The city comes alive in a burst of color as the sun slowly sets over the horizon. Watch as the sky melts from a soft lavender into a fiery orange, its warmth spilling across the urban expanse like liquid gold. The Chao Phraya River, the city's ancient artery, catches this final light, transforming into a shimmering ribbon that snakes through a landscape of piercing silhouettes. Here, the gilded spires of old temples stand shoulder to shoulder with the glass and steel giants of the modern age, each one reflecting the fading daylight in its own way. This is a city of beautiful, chaotic contrasts, a place where centuries coexist in the same breath, humming with a life force that is impossible to ignore. As twilight deepens, the city begins to reveal its dual nature. From high above, the river curves like a celestial pathway, its surface disturbed only by the gentle wakes of long-tail boats ferrying people home. The last rays of sun paint the skyscrapers in hues of amber and rose, a final, dramatic flourish before the city switches on its electric glow. Down below, the energy shifts. People gather at riverside restaurants and rooftop bars, their faces illuminated by the first flickers of neon. You can be walking down a narrow alley, a soi, where the air is thick with jasmine from a household shrine, and turn a corner to find yourself facing a sprawling, air-conditioned mega mall that feels like it was beamed in from the future. Bangkok's spiritual heart beats along the Chao Phraya, where ancient temples stand as timeless monuments. The most iconic is Wat Arun, the Temple of Dawn. Its central spire is an intricate mosaic of colorful porcelain, rising from the riverbank like a celestial mountain. A short ferry ride across lies the Grand Palace, dazzling like spun gold. Within its walls, Wat Pho houses the revered Emerald Buddha, a sacred space where golden spires shine amidst the changing skyline. If the temples are Bangkok's soul, its streets are its heart, and nowhere does it beat louder than on Khao San Road. As night falls, a river of neon light floods the pavement, and the air becomes charged with an electric, youthful energy. But the true culinary soul spills onto every corner. The air is a perfume of smoky grilled pork and citrusy lemongrass. A cook works a flaming wok, a performance as much as cooking. Here, people from all walks of life pull up a tiny plastic stool. Street food is the great equalizer, the truest expression of Bangkok's generous spirit. To truly understand Bangkok, you must journey to its canals, or klongs, where a slower, more traditional way of life persists. Here, you'll find the iconic floating markets, a vibrant holdover from the days when water was the city's primary highway. Wooden longtail boats laden with bounty line the waterways. Sellers paddle with practiced ease, their boats both kitchen and storefront. They call to customers on the banks and to passing boats, voices friendly and inviting, adding to the gentle hum of the market. Baskets overflow with a rainbow of tropical fruits. Bright yellow mangoes, spiky red rambutans, deep purple mangosteens. Freshly cut flowers add splashes of color as savory smells drift from floating kitchens. From tiny galleys, they serve bowls of rich noodle soup, succulent grilled seafood, and sweet coconut pancakes cooked before your eyes. You point at what you want, and the vendor passes your dish on a long pole. A charming, practical ritual perfected over generations. Hire a boat, glide through a maze of canals, and become part of the floating procession. Traditional wooden houses stand on stilts as families go about life. Children wave from verandas. A television murmur. The clatter of dishes floats across the water. These markets are more than commerce. They are a living celebration of culture and community, a reminder of Bangkok's origins as the Venice of the East, a city built on and sustained by water. When darkness falls on Bangkok, the city puts on a new face, trading the sun's golden glow for the electric hum of a million neon lights. The skyline becomes a glittering tapestry of color: reds, blues, greens, towering skyscrapers, sprawling night markets. Intimate rooftop bars, painting the night with a vibrant, futuristic palette. Navigating this nocturnal wonderland often means a tuk-tuk ride. Three-wheeled auto rickshaws, quintessential Bangkok. Engines roar cheerfully as drivers weave with skill and bravado, terrifying and thrilling. You feel the rush of warm air, hear the symphony of horns, see the streets blur into vibrant streaks of light. The people of Bangkok are the warm, beating heart. Street vendor smiles, a stranger's help when you're lost, a passing boat driver's wave, Patpong night market, Wat Pho night market, haggle and sample snacks, find a quiet jazz bar corner, or a rooftop cocktail above the city. It's not just clubs and parties, it's the joy of community. Friends meeting after work, families sharing a late-night meal, all converging under the neon glow. At the end of the day, as the last long-tail boat glides across the dark, reflective river, Bangkok settles into a different kind of calm. The skyline still glows, a reminder of forward momentum, yet the frantic energy mellows to a steady pulse. This city masterfully blends its ancient soul with a relentlessly modern ambition. At dawn, saffron-robed monks walk silently as tech startups stir. This is not contradiction, it is harmony. Bangkok is a city of 1,000 stories, each waiting to be discovered. In hidden corners, shrines, cafes, markets, music, you find tradition, technology, and boundless creativity intertwined, reinventing old stories in new ways. Come and see for yourself. Feel the warmth, taste the flavors, hear the city's unending song. Bangkok is more than a destination, it is an experience. Welcome to Bangkok, where tradition meets the neon glow.